everyone, and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new. I'm Cora, and today we are back with our first tiny home. I mean, I did build tiny homes before, but not officially because tiny living wasn't out back then, but now it is, and I'm actually really excited about this pack. I'm gonna talk a bit about the objects and stuff whilst you watch my speed build. It is quite a small home because I did make it a micro home, which I wish there were like 2 or 3 more tiles to it, and I don't like that, which I only figured out doing this because I didn't watch the stream about tiny living or anything. Before a pack comes out, I'm like totally gone from social media and YouTube and stuff because I don't want to get spoiled. I don't know, I have this thing where when a new Sims 4 pack comes out, I just always want to experience it by myself. So no spoilers for me, so I don't watch any of the streams or like go on Twitter because I will get spoiled, and I don't really go on my YouTube feed because there's tons of people who get the game early, and I don't want to be spoiled, like I said. And yeah, I was so excited when this was announced though, and I was super excited as well because I think there was only a month or less, probably 3 weeks or something, to wait for it, and it's totally my style. Like when on Tuesday I worked a late shift and I came home at like 9:15 p.m. or something like that, and I got in, I got the game, I got it installed and stuff, and I'm not joking, I almost cried looking at the objects. I don't know what was wrong with me, I don't know why I got so emotional about it, but the objects themselves, the style they're in, is something I've always wanted in The Sims. It just feels like a bit more of a modern version from the furniture that we got with Get Famous. You know, there was a lot of mid-century furniture, and I feel like the pack has similar vibes but more modern, and it is 100% my style. Like, I do wish there were some objects that were smaller so you could cram them into smaller spaces and stuff, but all in all, I'm really excited about the pack. I love all the objects. Like the Murphy bed we got is it's gorgeous. Like the sofa we got and the little chair that we got for the sofa, they are just adorable. And this like table that we're using right now, it's just like, I'm just happy. And then the paintings, you know, they come in so many different swatches that all have very different vibes, and I see myself using those leaf pictures in pretty much all my builds from now on because they are just something I wanted in The Sims for quite a while. You know, some like nice leaves and everything, like all the decorations, they seem so perfect. I don't know, like I feel like with every pack that we got, the kind of creative style of them and how they're made just got way better. I think they're just gorgeous. Like the way they're made and the way they look, the objects are just, I can't, I'm like getting all over, excited all over again. It's just too much for me. Like I'm really interested in what you think of the pack and which objects you like. I really like this object that we're using right now that we put across from the sofa. You know, it's like a stereo, TV and bookcase all in one, which is crazy to think about. And then I love the poof. I wish I've watched the Sim Supply talk about it as well. I wish you could sit on it, and I thought you could sit on it. Like when I saw it for the first time, I was like, oh cool, the poof you can sit on, you know, similar to the ones we already have in game, but they're kind of like tables, and it is cool that they function as tables as well, but I just kind of wish they would maybe have a double function, you know, like where you can sit on it or you could just put stuff on it. And I also would actually love if you could have maybe pulled it out of another object, just similar to how the Murphy bat works, you know. Maybe you could put the poof under the sofa or whatever, somewhere else. And then when you have guests over or whatever, you could pull it out and have an extra seating. I think that would have been cool. I think we could have done with a few kitchen objects that would save us space, because as of right now, for a functioning kitchen, if you have a sink in there as well and you don't just want the sink in your bathroom, you need at least, I think, 4 tiles, because you need the fridge, which is 1 tile, the stove, which is 1 tile, the sink counter combination, which is 1 tile, and then 1 counter to cook on. And I did make the counter to cook on one of the little corner bits, and then the other corner I just filled up with clutter items because I thought it would be cool if the Sim actually, like, I know it doesn't work like that in The Sims, but if they actually have some space to, you know, leave their clutter or keep stuff like teas, maybe. That's what I would keep there if I'd live here. And I don't know, you know, like something maybe like a oven and fridge, even though that seems like two really bad objects to combine, but I don't know. Some kitchen combos would be really good. And I love the toilet that we got. It's so weird. Like, I checked out all this stuff and then I came to the toilet and I all of a sudden got super excited, and I was always annoyed that we kept getting more and more toilets added to the game instead of things that I rather wanted, like counters and beds or whatever, or like more paintings, something like that. But this toilet is just really doing it for me. I don't know, it's just so modern, yet I don't know, I can't even describe the style, like, and the vibes it gives me. It's just so cozy. Like, I'd move into this tiny home like ASAP if I could. It did turn out to be quite expensive though. It was like 41,000 simoleons or something along those monies, what? And then I had a little bit of trouble working on the outside, just the landscaping and stuff. I didn't really know what I wanted, but I think in the end it turned out really cute. I think I'm gonna build loads of tiny homes in Oasis Springs because you can really make use of the outside space that way, and I think it's just great. Like, I ended up putting a pool in the backyard as well, which I thought was really cool. You know, if you already have a tiny home, it would be cool, I guess, to have loads of opportunities to be outside, because I feel like people that like to stay inside wouldn't get a tiny home. I don't know. I would, because I like tight spaces and stuff. I'm a bit weird like that. I put my bed in a nook behind a shelf so that when you come into the door, you can't see it. And when I'm in bed, it's just like a tiny nook that I'm in. So I guess I do like small spaces, but I feel like most people that like to stay inside would prefer a bit more space. And often when you watch those shows, you know, where people build tiny homes, the family comes over and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe you live here. You know, it's so small and it does look good, but I couldn't do it, kind of thing. And I'm always like, I don't really need that much space, you know. I think it would help me with throwing out stuff that I don't need because I'm kind of always dreading to do that. Not because I have like an emotional connection to the objects that I have. It's more the having to deal with going through everything and sorting out things that are important and things that I don't need anymore. If someone would do it for me, I wouldn't even notice half of the stuff being gone, you know, because I never use it, but that's pretty much it. And I don't really collect anything. When I was at my grandma's the other day, she was like, so what do you collect? And I was like, nothing. Like, I don't know, maybe like candy wrappers around my desk. That's pretty much the only thing I have too many of, and I got rid of them today. Okay, are you proud of me? I actually cleaned up my desk a tiny bit today because it was just getting out of hand. But there's nothing I really collect, and like, even when I read books and stuff, I just get rid of them straight after. Like, not throwing them out, obviously, but like giving them to other people and stuff. I don't need them, you know. I don't really have emotional attachments to things that I own, apart from my PC. Like, my PC is my baby. There would have to be space for it in a tiny home if I ever did move in one, but I am not seeing myself moving into a tiny home because of my boyfriend. He would go crazy. Like, he already hates just being confined to like one room. So I think he's quite happy that we have quite a large apartment and he has plenty of space to go to. Whilst I'm kind of, I don't know, I like tight spaces, like I said. How about you? Could you see yourself moving into a tiny home? And then again, I think I could see myself moving into a tiny flat, you know, but a tiny house is just, a house is nothing I want. But anyways, with that said, the video is coming to an end in a second. I love tiny living. I think it's totally worth the 10 years if you, or dollars, or whatever currency you have, if you enjoy the build and buy objects as much as I do. But anyways, if you enjoyed this build, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all in Sunday's video. Bye! Searching for things unspoken, we can't hold this talk